leading up to a game without your position coach, and that there's guys like Kennedy Cook and Kevin Wilson to step in, but also that you have so many veterans on your group that you almost didn't miss a beat?
I think it's an important factor of our O line, and I think it's good for everybody. Just knowing that if one person goes down, the next person's up. Just like I've been saying, and just like the coaches, is next coach up, just the same way.
What's the difference between not having Coach Stud there at a game versus having Kevin Wilson and Kennedy Cook?
Honestly, it's really no difference. You just always hear that that same voice from Coach Stud in the back of your head telling you to do your job. So there's no difference. I just say it's a little bit less cloudier. I would say on the bench, but besides that, there's really nothing.
Have you got your Stud impression down yet? I know you guys all have it. I know you guys all
Nah,
have it,
I ain't got her. I ain't got her.
but not the public consumption yet.
Nah, I ain't got no public one. Maybe for like the guys or something like that.
There was a note that came up in the TV broadcast a couple of weeks ago that your jersey might be one of the biggest jerseys ever made by Nike. Have you heard that?
Yeah, I heard that all week and every day after the game, and I was just like, wow, because like you just dream of putting on Nike, and then they make whatever you want to the customized size you're made, your body is made, and they get it right for you.
It's interesting because there's a theory about how that's supposed to look, right? You actually, Coach Dave mentioned last week about like you think it might be Shaq or something, but you have a very athletic physique. You've got strength, power, speed, athleticism. Like, how much pride do you have in not just being a big athlete, but being an athlete first, and being a guy that can out athletic, if you will, an opponent?
I take it personally, honestly. I just think just using basketball is my number one advantage, and just the footwork and what I do running the court. Coach Mick always talks about like using the field as a court. Like if I'm running a basketball court 90 some plus yards or something like that. And so he just uses that and takes that, and I take it and use it to my game. And I just take it personally that I should just be better than a normal, just big, tall guy, and be athletic and be able to run and move and stuff like that.
Got here and you obviously you committed to Ohio State as a football player. You're on a football scholarship, but getting basketball, it's just Coach Day told the story of you going to an AAU game with his son to watch him play and how into the sport you are. When do you think that switch happened for you? You fully embraced football as the path.
It was just really one day it just hit me, and I just seen a bunch of guys go to the NFL, and I was just like, I know I can do that. And I always just said I was gonna go to the NBA, and then just seeing other people go do it and then be the same height, weight as me, and just seeing other people do it, it just motivates you every day. And then just knowing I can go change my mom's, my whole family life every day, it just is a motivation.
Dawand, how proud are you about going back to Indiana as a starter, a big time member of this football team? I mean, how proud are you of that achievement?
It's honestly a dream, just being back in your home, just being back in your backyard, and just knowing that like you've been there, like what you know what it's like, you know the environment, you know everything about this state. You're just comfortable. You just gotta go do what the job is set up to do, and just go do it.
What's the biggest way, most important way that you're a better player than you were a year ago?
What'd you say?
What's the most important way that you're a better player than you were a year ago at this time?
I would just say my grind. You just gotta dig deep, just knowing it's week 6 or week 7. I don't even know what week it is, but just knowing that the season is done after the bye week. Like it's getting there. You just gotta keep digging and grinding every day, and just going tell yourself to go get better than you were the next day. I mean the day before, and go do it the next day.
Does the competition on this offensive line help that? That you feel like you probably have to come in every week and keep your job as opposed to just having a job?
I would say that I don't try to think of it like that, but just knowing that everybody else is skilled behind you, and then knowing that they're doing better than you sometimes, and so you just gotta feel like you gotta pick up your slack and pick up your end and just do better at what your job is.
Dawand, obviously with playing a defense like what you're going to face Saturday, it's kind of a high risk, high reward thing. You all saw that in person last year. Can you walk us through prepping for that? How it changes week to week? Understanding the defense might be extremely aggressive with blitzes and others.
Yeah, we know that Indiana runs tons of crazy blitzes, but I think our coaches prepped us pretty well for it.
What is the key to that? What is the key when you're up at the line? You know they can come from anywhere
I would just say just practice. Honestly, it starts in practice from Tuesday and Wednesday, which is our two padded practices, and until it transfers over to the game, and then we use our Thursday practice as a simulation of the game, just to see the blitzes in full fast motion without no knee braces, no nothing, without anybody.
But you guys, when you're up there on the line now and they're coming, or you don't know where they're coming, when they're coming, what is it? Just be mentally alert at all times, head on a swivel kind of thing. What's the approach?
I would just say we just retrace back to our fundamentals, and that's back to that Tuesday and Wednesday with that. And so once you go back to that, like it's just muscle memory.
Dawand, Coach Day said the other day when I asked him about you guys having to deal with that, but also just the way you guys are practicing now and stuff. He says he's been really heartened by the fact that he sometimes hears scuttlebutt going on, but it's you guys talking about instead of talking about what you're going to go out to eat or something tonight, you're talking about plays, how to deal with things, how to deal with stunts, etc. Does that go in a lot with this group?
I would say so. We just take our job personally and what we do. And I said earlier, well, not earlier in the interview before, we treat the quarterback as mom, and so we can never let mom get touched. And so we just talk to each other every day, make sure like the blitzes and make sure that we're picking up the runs, we're doing everything right. I say it all the time, like we just got a different connection on the O-line.
Was there a player when you began to make that transition between football and basketball? Was there a player that you watched? You're like, yeah, this is the guy I want to emulate?
I wouldn't say no basketball, football player, but I would say like not basketball, football player I seen was probably Mekhi Becton, just knowing that I had went to Louisville visiting and seeing him and just seeing his process and just seeing what he had been through, and then seeing that season he had at Louisville his last year, and I was like, I'll probably compare myself to like nobody's built like me, but besides maybe him and a couple others. And so I think that's probably a person after, because I think he went to draft in my freshman year, so I think that was a perfect decision for me to like to say like it's time.
Did you know of him? Did you know his practice, like the way he practiced, or?
I seen how hard he goes and stuff like that in his workout videos. I seen him at practice and seen how hard he goes, and just seeing he's a big body just like me and myself, and I feel like I could do that.
How seriously did you consider Indiana?
I just say they was in my top 5, but I didn't really consider them like that. Just being in a back home state and stuff like that, I kind of really just wanted to get away.
Dawand, there's been quite a few Indiana guys here at Ohio State who've had a lot of success in recent years. I mean, how much does it mean to you to kind of be carrying that on?
It feels good just knowing that a couple guys that came before me, like Terry, Austin. I wasn't a big Buckeyes fan, so I just know that a couple Indiana guys came before me.
Is there a lot of guys on Indiana's team that you know from high school you're playing against on Saturday?
I know a couple. The starting corner is my high school quarterback, and so that's one of them. And he was Mr. Football, Mr. All that. But I know a couple of them, and I see him after the game. We'll chop it up.
How many family members and friends have asked you for tickets?
I've got a lot. I've got a ton coming, probably like a whole section coming.
Did you grow up as an Indiana fan?
What'd you say?
Since you've talked about that your size, what's the toughest thing about being your size? Not necessarily just as a football player, but just overall.
I'll just say just a lifestyle. I just got to make sure I just take care of my body, honestly, and just worry about myself and make sure I'm putting in healthy stuff and good stuff. And then I just say Ubers is another thing. That's probably a funny thing. I just can't really fit in Ubers.
Like, did you grow up as an IU fan or a Purdue fan? Like, who was your team growing up?
I really didn't have no teams like that for football. I know it's sad that I was a big basketball guy. I'm from the Hoosiers state, so it's really no other expectation but basketball down there. So I just say I like Kentucky and basketball. That's it though.
Never on campus. Couple more questions for Dawand, guys.
No football teams. I really didn't.
Like as something that goes back to your basketball days and how to play it. What specifically, like, do you apply footwork-wise in the offensive lines that you use while you play basketball?
There's nothing specific, but I just can tell like when you're moving and stuff like that, like a drop step. I mean, it's just simple. When the defensive end is on the edge, his aiming point instead of quarterback, and you really just got to cut it off. And once you beat them to the aiming point, they just got to make a move. And it's really just like basketball. You cut them off, or you playing defense on the baseline, they got to go back middle, and that's what you kind of want to do.
Dawand, coaches were talking a lot this week about how you've always loved playing, but you kind of had to learn to embrace that daily grind. How do you feel like you've done that over the course of your time here to improve your day-to-day workouts?
I just tell myself every day, just go be a millionaire, and you can't expect to be nothing else. And so, holding yourself to that standard, I don't think it's a no-brainer that I've gotten to where I'm at, but I don't feel like I'm anywhere, honestly. But I think I can do more, and the ceiling is way above where I'm at right now.
Is there anyone here that you'd really look to as an example that's kind of showed you how to do that, how to put in that day-to-day work?
I just say Thayer, a couple of other O-line guys, Wyatt, Jonah, Josh Myers, Josh Allaby. Those are my old heads to me. And so just looking at them, watch them grind every day and seeing what they did and how they came up through here, and just knowing that they've been here for a long time, and if I do the same thing, I can be in their same shoes.
What does Thayer do well? What does Thayer do well?
I just say Thayer is consistent, and he talks about that word all the time, man. I just say he's consistent at his sets. He's been here the longest. He's listened to Coach Stud. He's done everything that the coaches have asked him, and he's that guy to me now.
All right, Dawand, thank you very much, buddy.
Thank you.